Hello everyone, welcome back. The first measure word is 句. 句 is used for sentences. It's like a sentence of, and there are tips to remember. You can see this character. In the middle, there is a square. That square is the radical of 句, which means mouth. It's pronounced 口, so you can relate this radical with that character, which means sentence. So you had better remember it as well. Examples of 句. 一句话. 一句话. 一 means one. 话 means sentence. 两句格言. 两句格言. 两 means two. 格言 means mottos. 三句中文. 三句中文. 三 means three. 中文 means Chinese. The second measure word is 段. 段 is used for long things that can be separated into parts, such as paragraphs. It's like a paragraph of, and it can also mean a length of time. You can see the tips here. On the left-hand side of this character, there is a part that looks like it's cut in parts, although this is not the radical of 段. So if you can be creative enough to remember the Chinese character with images, it's easier to really remember them when you see them, such as the left-hand side, that part looks like it's cut in parts. So if you remember this, when you see this measure word again, you can think of, oh, this is used for long things that can be separated into parts. So this is the measure word 段. Examples of 段. 一段时间. 一段时间. 一 means one. 时间 means time. 两段段落. 两段段落. 两 means two. 段落 means paragraphs. 三段蜡烛. 三段蜡烛. 三 means three. 蜡烛 means candles. The third measure word is 则. 则 is used for short articles, commonly used on news. Examples of 则. 一则新闻. 一则新闻. It means one. 新闻 means news. 两则故事. 两则故事. 两 means two. 故事 means stories. 三则广告. 三则广告. 三 means three. 广告 means ads. The fourth measure word is 篇. 篇 is used for writings that have clear structures, such as an essay, an article, a poem, and tips to remember. You can see the upper part of this character is the radical of 篇. The radical of 篇 is 竹. 竹 means bamboo. In the old times, people used to write articles on bamboo strips, so you can remember this way. Examples of 篇. 一篇故事. 一篇故事. It means one. 故事 means story. 两篇报告. 两篇报告. 两 means two. 报告 means reports. 三篇文章. 三篇文章. 三 means three. 文章 means articles. The fifth measure word is 首is used for poems and songs. Examples of 首一首歌 It means one. 歌 means song. 一首诗 It means one. 诗 means poem. The sixth measure word is 本 is used for books, and there are tips to remember. You can see the radical mu. Here we see this radical again. This radical means wood, trees. It has a natural meaning, and it's derived from mu. And this is the radical that you should remember as well, because it's also very common. And you had better to remember its compressed form. Mu's compressed form is below the star sign. That is the compressed form of mu. So how can you relate this measure word 本 to the objects that are used these measure words? The measure word 本 is used for books, right? And books are made out of a bunch of papers. And where do papers come from? They come from trees. People process woods to make papers and then become books. So you can make the connection between the measure word and what it's used for. Examples of 本 一本书 It means one. 书 means book. 两本笔记本两means two. 笔记本 means notebooks. 两本杂志两 means two. 杂志 means magazines. The seventh measure word is 卷 or 卷. This measure word has two pronunciations. When this measure word is pronounced 卷, it's used for curled up books, papers, or paintings. And when this measure word is pronounced 卷, it's used for other things, but except books, they can be curled up. And there are tips to remember. You can see at the bottom of this character, there is a curl up stroke. That is the radical of 卷 or 卷. It means seal. And it's usually transformed as that shape when appearing at the bottom of the Chinese character. The original form of this radical 节 is look like the character that is under the star sign. That is the original form of the radical 节. And you can see the bottom part of the measure word 卷. It looks like a curl up book or curl up something. It looks curl up. So you can remember this measure word by using your imagination. Examples of 卷一卷书简 It means one. 书简 means book made by bamboo strips. 两卷画两means two. 画 means paintings. Examples of 卷一卷烟 It means one. 烟 means cigarette. 两卷棉被两means two. 棉被 means quilts. The 12th measure word is 幅 幅is used for width of clothes or paintings, picturesque sceneries. And there are tips to remember. You can see on the left-hand side of this character, there is a radical. This radical means clothes. So you can remember this measure word is used for the width of clothes or paintings and picturesque sceneries. You can relate this radical to this measure word because some of the paintings were drawn on the canvas or on fabric. So you can use this measure word on paintings. It's easier to remember if you make connections between the measure word and its radical. Examples of 幅一幅画一幅画 It means one. 画 means painting. 一幅风景一幅风景 It means one. 风景 means scenery. 两幅书法两幅书法两 means two. 书法 means calligraphy. The eighth measure word is 集集集 is used for episodes for TV series or cartoons. It's similar to episode in English. Examples of 集六集电视剧六集电视剧六 means six. 电视剧 means TV series. The ninth measure word is 季季季 is used for a season for TV series. It means a season of, but 季 is not only used for TV series. You can also use it for clothes. For example, in fashion industry, the clothes they are selling changed by seasons. So when we refer to the latest clothes for a season, we can use this measure word. Examples of 季一季电视剧一季电视剧一 means one. 电视剧 means TV series. We'll talk the 10th measure word and the 11th measure word all together. The 10th measure word is 册册册 is used for one of the books in a set. The 11th measure word is 套套套 is used for books in a set. It's a set of books. Examples of 册 and 套一册书一册书一 means one. 书 means book. 一套书一套书一 means one. 书 means book. More examples of 套一套家具一套家具一 means one. 家具 means furniture. 一套西装一套西装一 means one. 西装 means suit. The 13th measure word is 堂堂堂 is used for a course that is divided into sessions, but more emphasize on the subject of a course. Examples of 堂一堂英语课一堂英语课一 means one. 英语课 means English class. 两堂物理课两 means two. 物理课 means physics classes. The 14th measure word is 节节节 is used for regularly scheduled classes, sessions, or meetings. Also, it can be used for a thing that has knots itself, such as bamboo. So you can see the tips here. The radical we have seen so many times. The radical of this measure word 节 is 竹. 竹 means bamboo. So you can relate this measure word to the radical. Because the measure word, it also can use for the thing that has knots itself, such as bamboo. And the radical of this measure word is bamboo. So it has a connection. Examples of 节一节课 it means one. 课 means class. 双节棍双节棍双 means two. 棍 means sticks. 三节竹子三节竹子三 means three. 竹子 means bamboo. And by the way, there is comparison of 门, 堂, 节 near the end of the video. The 15th measure word is 门, 门, 门. 门 is used for the kind of academic courses or skill courses. It more emphasizes on the subject and the kind of courses. And this measure word itself is a radical, which means door. You can imagine this way, like each subject is like having a door itself, or say the kinds of the academic courses has its own door, such as the math. If you open the door, it leads you to the math, and if you open the other door, it leads to the science field. You can relate it to the radical. Examples of 门 一门课 一门课 It means one. 课 means course. 两门选修课两门选修课两 means two. 选修课 means electives. 三门主修课三门主修课三 means three. 主修课 means mandatory courses. So lastly, let's compare 门 堂 and 节. 门 is used for the subject of academic courses or skill courses. And 堂 is used for courses that are divided into periods. And 节 is used for lessons that are divided into periods. So we can see 门 is basically like a whole subject thing. 堂 and 节, their emphasis are different. 门 puts more emphasis on what kind of course itself. And 堂, its emphasis is more on the subject and the length of courses. It has both, but 节, it put the emphasis on the length and period of lessons. And let's see the example of 门。这一门课是中华文化。这一门课 means this course. 是 means is. Chinese culture means 中华文化。So you can see 门 seem to emphasize on the course, the whole what kind of course itself. And let's see the next 堂 the example of 堂我有三堂语言学我有 means I have. 三堂 means 3 lectures. 语言学 means linguistics. You can see 堂 is tend to emphasize on both subject and the length of courses. And you can see the example, it mentioned the subject and the length, 3 lectures of linguistics. 堂 is more balanced on both emphasis on subject and the length of courses. And let's see the last example. 节 the example of 节我有2节体育课我有 means I have. 2节 means 2 periods. 体育课 means PE class. 体育课 means PE class. It also mentioned the length and the title of the class. Although the example of 节 also bring up the length and the subject of the classes, comparing 堂, 节 put more emphasis on the length. But nowadays, actually, 堂 and 节 are both interchangeable. It's not that different between 堂 and 节 nowadays. People use them interchangeably. So don't get too worried if you cannot get the subtle difference between 堂 and 节. It's fine. You can use them interchangeably. And that's it all for today. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, subscribe and like if our videos have helped you. Cheers! And see you in next episode. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to take the review test for the measure words.